Hi, I'm Sherry and welcome back to The Eyes Have It. Today I'm doing my April favorites. I have never been a perfume person. I have worn my entire life the same drugstore cologne that my mother wore when I was young, and that was Emerald. Well, then when I went to buy some, Emerald no longer existed. And of course I could buy it from eBay and all that, but I decided let's go ahead and move on to a new fragrance. And a lot of people suggested Amazing Grace by Philosophy. And that is what I have been using for probably about 4 months now, 3 or 4 months. For face, this month I have used something quite a lot that I don't even know if I'd used it for or much. And that is the It Cosmetics CC Plus Veil Beauty Fluid Foundation. This is one of those things that came in a QVC kit. Oh gosh, last fall maybe? Somewhere during fall and winter. And I got it and I tried it the first time and I was like, I don't know. And then the end of last month I started pulling it out and I was like, I kind of like this, and I started using it more. So you open it up, you got a puff, not a puff, a sponge. And then you have to open this door, and it's one of those, and then you have to open this, not that you have to keep it on there, but I did, because I don't use it very often. And it's one of those spongy foundations. And then you have to make sure you close it tight every time. Put your little spongy back on top. And I have really liked it. Y'all know I'm not a foundation fan. I don't really like to spend a lot of time on my, face. You know me, the eyes have it. I'm going for the eyes. I'm more about the eyes and the lips. So I've really liked it. It's fast. It's easy. And it feels really light on the skin, and I think that was one of my favorite things. I always felt with some foundations that I tried, it was like I felt like I had a mask on. This is so nice and light. And then as my finishing powder over almost everything, I used the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Of course, this has the sifter. I treat this stuff like a precious metal. It's like, don't spill too much of it out. Don't use too much. Because, it's really expensive. But it's just a very finely milled powder. I have dry skin, but sometimes after I've moisturized as much as I need to not look like an old hag. Sometimes I still do look like an old hag. But after I've moisturized so much to deal with my dry skin, I then end up with a shine on my forehead and on my nose sometimes. And then sometimes my blush goes on a little too over. So I use that at the end to just finish it all off. I love it. Let's go with eye primer next. When I learned about eye primer on YouTube, this was my go-to for a long time. And that is Bare Minerals Prime Time eye primer. And time went by and I tried Urban Decay Primer Potion and I tried this and I tried that. And then the past year it has been the Mary Kay eyelid primer that has just been my complete go-to, because last spring this time when I bought the artist palette, the only thing that allowed me to wear that palette without my eyes burning was the Mary Kay primer. But one day I just reached in and here came out the Prime Time, and I've been using it ever since. I fell all in love all over again. Alright, and favorite eyeliner, I'm a purple person. I love purple, it's my favorite color. I reach for this eyeliner, I can't tell you, because I wear a lot of pinks and purples. This is the Urban Decay 24/7, this is a little baby, so, and this is in Rockstar. I just love this thing. This was my very first Urban Decay pencil, 24/7 pencil. But it is such a pretty color, and what I love about it is it's not purple, it'll go with, you know, all kinds of shades. Because, you know, in the purple line, there are 6 billion shades of purple. And some are more red, some are more gray. And this just kind of goes with everything. And what I also love is that it's dark enough, because here again I have no lashes on top. It's dark enough to make that line that gives me that sort of faux lash line. So it is a winner in every possible category. And this is my original little sample size, and I now have my full size. I don't use any one lippy all the time. Like, there's certain things I use all the time. I've been using this almost every time I use foundation. I use this every time I put on makeup. You know, I've been using this every time I put on eye makeup. Lippies are not like that for me. Lippies are just like whatever the hell my makeup turned out like, and I'm wearing that day. I just open my lippy drawers and I go for a lip crayon one day, and a lipstick another day, and a liquid lipstick another day. So I can't really be pinned on lips. But this month I was a bit pinned on this, even though it is not technically a spring color. So while it's not a spring shade, I have been wearing it a couple times because we can't seem to find our way to spring. And I think a lot of you in our country, US, are dealing with the same issue. So this is Ofra's liquid lipstick in Americano. That's what I'm wearing today. Though I did change it up a little bit by putting a shimmer eyeshadow on top of it. The same one that I've got up here and the same one that I've got in my inner corner, which is Molasses Chip from the Too Faced Bon Bon palette. And speaking of the Too Faced Bon Bon palette, that's my favorite palette of the month. I'm liking it. I don't know that I would say I am loving it just yet. There are colors I love, but overall, in terms of making a complete look, I'm not 100% loving it yet, but have been enjoying playing with it. Just to give you an idea of what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing the Earl Grey all over my lid. Then I used Mocha, and sorry about the lid. I don't have a hand big enough to cover it. Mocha in the crease. And then in my end of my highlight, for my eyebrow highlight, I decided to just go bold because I love this color. This has to be one of my favorite colors in the palette, and that is Molasses Chip. It is gorgeous. So what I did was I went in and made that my my underbrow highlight. Then I also did my inner corner and onto my lash, top of my eye line with it. And then I dabbed it on my Americano to just change it up a little bit. My favorite colors are the Almond Truffle, the Bordeaux, Molasses Chip, and I think that's about it. Those ones are my favorites. I'm not a big fan of this light pink called Sprinkles. It's okay. And this bright pink, that's pretty. And that is totally fetch. Yes. And I thought I was going to really like this purple, but it's a little too glittery for what I wanted to use it for. And one other thing, that is I got a Newsy palette. I got mine on Amazon. Okay, so that is it for my April favorites. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And always, if you have a moment, please leave a comment. Love hearing from you. Love talking to you. Take care. Be well. And always, darlings, be yourself. Bye-bye.